I'm your coaching client. I talk to you probably about random shit that most probably your other clients don't. But what do you like? What do you coach? And like, how do you, and you said you have these programs. And again, we're going to talk about Mexico. I don't care. I'm working my way in on that. But who do you coach? What do you coach? Like, what do you like? I see now you have results by design. We talked about that for maybe 10 minutes. And then I started telling you about, how I failed as a parent during my sessions and all of that kind of stuff. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't think you failed at all. I think the conversations that
I've
you
gotten
have
better.
with your children, from what I hear, they're beautiful, right?
I've gotten better.
I used to tell my son all the time, like, you do not, I think right now what's going on is there's, a lot of young humans out there that are confused, right? And
Oh, yeah.
it makes sense because there's already this is the confusing time for them in their lives when they just get done school, where they were just told what to do every 50 minutes of the day. Smart. And now they have to go figure it out. It's so amazing. I just heard this yesterday. It's like we spend like 12 to 15 years in school learning about history and science and mathematics and geometry and algebra and biology and chemistry, all these things. And then we spend the rest of our lives going to try to make money, yet we were never taught anything about money, which I just think is the most interesting thing altogether. It's like we spend 12 to 15 years of schooling and never address how to make money, how to create wealth, how to keep money, how to invest in money. Like, we don't get taught anything about money. We don't even get taught how to handle a checkbook, right? How to write a check. Right. We literally don't know anything about money other than moving the decimal point during math, right? Outside of that, we learn nothing. And then we spend the entire life trying to make money and keep money. So I think that in itself is interesting. But I always told my son, like, you do not have to pick just one thing. I think that's so challenging. You don't even know what you like.
You don't
yet,
know what you
right?
want, right? Yeah.
I mean, you want to let your children know that they can absolutely reinvent themselves over and over and be successful. I mean, look at all the different areas of study that I've done and the different things that I've learned. There's no university that could have given me that degree. Right? There's zero university. Like you said in the beginning, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have owned several businesses. They weren't all like wildly successful, but they were successful businesses.
Sure.
They took care of me and my family in the way that I needed them to.
I have an English degree.
Yeah.
Right. I own a construction company. I've had a successful bail bond company. I had a Quiznos restaurant, which fucking failed. It was terrible.
Oh, I did not know that part.
I failed at Quiznos, and because Quiznos was probably the worst run franchise of any franchise on the planet. And
I never understood the advertising with those rats or mice or whatever they were. I thought that was interesting.
We had signed up to do 2 of them. We did 1. We could never turn a profit ever. It always broke even. It never turned a profit, no matter what we did. And a lot of it was the franchise's issue, the franchisor, which is probably why they went out of business. Like, they would force you to buy things. They would tell you, oh, you got to have a minimum order of $1,500 a week. And, next thing you know, you got 75,000 cups, paper cups in the back, because you have to constantly order shit from them, even if you don't need it. And then it was crazy. I mean, like, they would just say, oh, no matter what, every week you have to order $1,500. So then you couldn't order perishables, because, like, if you didn't need lettuce, then, it would go bad. So you would find yourself with like thousands of to-go trays and thousands of mugs and paper plates and whatever. And you're like, what the hell? I think the food tasted pretty good. I think we did but we could never, they always found a way to not make you turn a profit. But what you're coaching now, see, coaching is entrepreneurial. Yes. That's why I'm very interested in it. I'm interested in coaching and teaching, but I'm very interested in why you coach and what you coach, because, like I said, you're a time management coach, and people.
I'm a time creation coach.
Coach.
So I'll say this. I work with people one-on-one on a focused area. Like I said, because of the different things that I've gone through in my life, I, for one, never turn away a mom who's lost a baby.
Sure.
So I have moms who have maybe lost an adult child just a couple years ago to somebody who has lost a smaller child to an illness. So there's just so many different ways that we lose people, but I have clients who have lost a significant other. So I do work in the space of grief because I'm very familiar on how debilitating that can be in your life.
Sure,
and
absolutely.
I really want to always help anybody in that situation. And I actually charge them less than other one-on-one clients just because some of them are just ready to jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
I help people with anxiety, depression, confusion, career choices. That's kind of where you came to me with wanting to reinvent themselves, shift something in their life in some way. Relationships, some people are struggling with significant other relationships in their intimate relationships. Somebody's struggling in their relationship with their siblings or parents or children.
Sure.
Divorce, all of it, right? So I work with people one-on-one on any focused area, but because I started getting so much different things is when I decided to first make my first program, which is create more time. So I am not a time management coach, though you will learn to be more productive. I do teach how to create more time. So what that means is being more intentional with how you're choosing to spend and invest in your time versus just using it up, spending it, and wasting it, right? Because we use time the same way we use money, right? We either spend it, we waste it, we save it, we invest in it. It either is giving you a return on your investment or it's not, right? Or it's just gone. And unlike money, you can't make time back, right? The time that I had with my child, I can't make that back.
Right.
So if I wasn't intentional then, oh, well, it's over now.
Yeah.
Right? If you aren't being intentional in your relationship, there's a reason why it's not going to where you're telling yourself you want to go. So the Create More Time program was about addressing certain areas of your life. So I had included personal, spiritual, emotional, mental, business, financial, right? Then I decided to create my second program, which is how to put your goals on autopilot. Because what I learned through my first program, which I still do because I just love it, and not everybody wants to go so deep, but for those who want to take their lives to a whole nother level in all areas of their life, how to put your goals on autopilot is about addressing your physical health and fitness, your mental health, meaning your intellectual health, right? Your brain, your emotional health, how you're creating your own emotions, your spiritual life, addressing your intimate relationship, your family, your parenting or mentoring, your social life, how you're viewing your ideas on interacting socially in the world, your business, and your financials. So it really addresses everything, but we start with understanding why our brain reacts the way it does when we want to change something. So how your brain is on change, right? It resists itself. So we first address why certain things are going to come up. Then we kind of give our brain a personality. We figure out what are the current autopilot, rinse and repeat habits that we're doing today. What's your everyday normal routine? What is that you're doing every single day in all these different areas of your life? And then what is it you actually want in your life? What are your core values? What do you stand for? What are you in integrity with? And then when you figure that out, we redesign your life that you actually want, the things that you really want to achieve in your life, right? It's not about like waiting for New Year's Eve and deciding that you want to go exercise more, you want to lose weight, or you want to quit smoking or drink less. It's about longevity. It's about a certain quality of physical life, right? It's not just about living to a certain age. It's about being in a pain-free body. It's about going on vacation without taking an extra bag for your prescription pills. It's about being able to play with your grandchildren without your knees giving out. So all of these different things we say we want, but we don't really think about them until we're like 40, 50, 60. And we're like, where do these wrinkles come from? Why do I have diabetes? We tend to think that certain conditions, physical conditions exist in our family genes. So it's genetic. Therefore, we're
going to happen. Right.
Yeah, it's not true.